Hi pal, it's us, Maui and Trizzy, and we're excited to bring you on our first Disney cruise heading to Ensenada, Mexico from San Diego, California. We'll be hopping on the oldest Disney cruise fleet, the Disney Magic, experiencing Halloween on the high seas and celebrating Maui's birthday. This ship debuted in 1998 and underwent refurbishing in 2013. In this visual, we'll share our life during this 4-day trip and provide some tips and things to know before you go. We booked our cruise through a travel agent, David's Vacation Club Rentals. The pricing was the same if we were to book directly with Disney Cruises, but booking through this agent got us a free onboard credit of $75. The process of booking was made through email. It was easy and the response was quick, so if you're interested in using David's Vacation Club Rentals to book your Disney cruise, we'll leave their contact info in the description below. This trip was booked 2 months prior to our departure date, and because it was Halloween, we paid about $1,200 per person. This included meals at 3 main restaurants and several other cafes and eateries, live entertainment that you definitely don't want to miss, fitness center with the wraparound view of the cruise scenery, basketball court, jogging path, swimming pools with water slides and jacuzzis, and specifically for Halloween, character photo ops with them in their costumes, trick-or-treating for any age, and decorations to boost the spooktacular spirit. Prior to our trip, we received a small package in the mail with our luggage tags. Do not lose these, as you'll need to tag your bags yourselves for a fast drop-off on the departure day. Our trip started from Los Angeles. It was a 2-hour drive to San Diego's Park Shuttle and Fly Lot, where we paid $25 a day to leave our car while on the cruise. They have 2 lots to choose from, and we chose Lot A. This lot provides an airport and cruise port shuttle service. On our way to line up for the shuttle, we got a phone call from our shipmates, Mickey and Minnie.
Hiya, pal. It's me, Mickey Mouse. I was joking.
Getting to the cruise port took about 10 to 15 minutes depending on how many people were getting dropped off at the airport. Our scheduled arrival time was 12:45 p.m. Unlike the 24 hours check-in process of a flight, Disney Cruise check-in begins 30 days prior to departure, so you want to make sure you don't miss out on the first day of check-in so you can book your desired arrival and meal times. Also, be as thorough as possible during the check-in process by providing any headshots, passport or identification info needed. If you do this beforehand, your day of check-in will be smoother and more efficient. You can check in online or on the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app, which is what we recommend, because you'll need this app on the cruise anyway. There's little to no service in the middle of the ocean. There is an option to purchase Wi-Fi though, and the ship's complimentary Wi-Fi is only for using the app. The Disney Cruise app has a messenger chat so you can communicate with other people from your party here. Along with communication, it provides a map, all the live entertainment times and locations, your designated dinner times, menus, and more. The ship was to set sail at 6 p.m., but the earliest you can book to arrive is 11 a.m. Since we arrived before our scheduled time, we walked the harbor after dropping off our luggage. Be sure to bring another bag or backpack with a change of clothes and other necessities to keep with you, because you might not receive your luggage until later in the evening. To kill time before our scheduled arrival, we took some photos and stared at the ship from afar, thinking to ourselves, we're finally doing this. When it was time for us to board, the line was marked according to our scheduled arrival. Getting on the ship was a quick, non-stop process. Disney was very organized as we showed our passports and tickets. And the last stop before getting on the ship was a photo op at a backdrop. We felt the Halloween spirit already as we entered the vessel and awaited our customized introduction by a Disney cast member. Goofy was ready to party, and we were ready to eat. Our first meal of the cruise was at Rapunzel's Royal Table. It's a sit-down restaurant where you order from a menu, and because it's all-inclusive, you can order as many items as you want while embracing the furnishing of the great Tangled movie. We devoured a few savory plates like beef empanada, gumbo with cornbread, and leek and potato soup. For our mains, we both got the roasted beef sirloin. We topped it off with cookies and cream cheesecake and a welcome aboard sundae. One meal down, many more to go, so we gotta pace ourselves. After lunch, we went to see if our room was ready. Luckily it was, but the strange thing is that they leave your room key outside of your door to enter. We're just gonna trust that no one took one of our keys. We booked the cheapest room available, a standard inside stateroom. For 2 people standing at 5'1", it felt very spacious as we had a couch, coffee table, safe, vanity with mirror, and a queen bed in the main area. The size of the bathroom though is where it felt tight, but hey, it functioned to our comfort and provided all the bath amenities we needed. The details of the room had Mickey Mouse shapes everywhere, and if you look closely, it's even embedded in the duvet cover. The TV played classic and recent Disney shows and movies to keep the vibe strong. Everyone's room door was decorated in Disney and Halloween themed. You can bring your own magnetic decorations for the door as well. Some participated in pin trading by leaving their pins outside the room for others to swap their collections. At 4 o'clock, we were required to attend a safety briefing at a designated place, the Animator's Palate, where we got our first glimpse of where one of our dinners will be. It's essential to attend this 15-minute briefing and for each member of the party to check in with the cast member to be accounted for. Afterwards, everyone shuffled their way to the top deck to celebrate the cruise's send-off. This event was called the Sail a Wave Party.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Disney Magic, you are officially on vacation!
As we danced, the characters came out to entertain us and assure us of how much fun we'll be having the next few days. We swam in the warm adult pool as the departure clock wound down. Disney let everyone in San Diego know when we'll be leaving the port, with their theme melody blasting through the ship's horn. It was golden hour as we left, and the early views of heading south of the Pacific to Mexico were beautiful. As much as we wanted to take in this glow in the views, we had to prepare ourselves for the first showing of the Tangled musical. As if the movie itself wasn't fantastic enough, this musical was extraordinary. Nothing was lacking. Everything and everyone gave us more than what we could imagine for our first night on the Disney Magic.
And enjoy the show.
After the Tangled musical, we rushed to the lobby where we initially entered the ship and gathered around the pumpkin tree for a ceremonial tree lighting. To our surprise, some characters came out rocking their Halloween costumes. They were then sent to different locations around the lobby for a photo op. We got in a long line, but it went by fast because of how organized it was, and the cast members were adamant about one photo per group. Compared to the Disney parks, grabbing a photo with characters is way easier and a more pleasant experience on the cruise ship. It's a more intimate environment as you're not surrounded by tens of thousands of people. We successfully got a photo with Mickey just in time for dinner. During the cruise's check-in process, there are 2 dinner time options, 5:45 p.m. and 8 p.m. We snagged the later timing. For the first night, our 8 p.m. dinner was at Lumiere's, based on the character from the classic movie Beauty and the Beast. The restaurant was ornamented with the iconic enchanted rose and a wall displaying the main stars of the film. If you're traveling as a duo, you'll be seated randomly with another party. We were surprised when 2 more guests joined our table, but Disney worked its magic and gave us 2 amazing table mates for the next 3 nights. We were paired with the same incredible head server for our dinners as well. If you're scared that you won't get 2 awesome table mates like how we did, you can make a special request on the app upon check-in, or talk to the head server about a private table. For dinner, we started with bread and some bomb olive oil. Maui ordered escargot, salad, and salmon as her main dish. While I, Trizzy, went with the deep-fried brie, French onion soup, and a steak. And we can't go without dessert, so although we were stuffed, we found some space in our stomachs for a sundae and a chocolate cake. Wrapping up the night, we saw Minnie available for a photo op, so we grabbed a fun moment with her before making our way to the gift shop. We had a $75 credit to use thanks to booking with David's Vacation Club Rentals, so we purchased the unique Disney Cruise jersey. If there's places around the ship to take photos without other people photobombing, late night or early morning is the time to do it. And that's what we did around the pumpkin tree. But it was getting late and our plan was to wake up for some exercise and sunrise. Our nightcap was made possible by this beverage station, so don't forget to bring your own reusable bottles and cups to stay hydrated. We filled our mugs with tea and water and concluded our first eventful night on the cruise. The next morning, I got up early to shoot around on the basketball court located on the top deck. In the pitch black horizon, the full moon was peeking in and out of the clouds as I got some shots up. By the time I was done, the sky became lighter with orange and yellow. This is when I ran back to the room to wake up Maui, making sure she doesn't miss our first sunrise on the trip. The sunrise was peaceful, but our stomachs were growling. We headed over to Cabanas, the buffet-style restaurant that opens for breakfast and lunch. Its theme is inspired by Finding Nemo. You can get Mickey-shaped waffles here, and the typical spread of breakfast items like eggs, bacon, and hash brown. You want my review of the bacon? First look, looks amazing. It's not super oily. Here's the test, the crunch. It has texture to it. It's definitely one of the better ones I've had. And to continue my roll with steak, I got a steak for breakfast since I needed to replenish myself with protein after basketball. The first full day on the ship was labeled Day at Sea. After breakfast, we spent most of our morning at the adult pool, bouncing back and forth to the jacuzzi as it was the end of October and the weather was a bit cooler, so the hot bubbling water kept us warm. During our sunbathing, another loud horn blasting the Disney theme song made sure we were fully awake to start a festive day at sea. We grabbed lunch at the pool area. There are 3 eateries made to pick up and go your meals: Daisy Delights, Pinocchio's Pizzeria, and Duck Inn Diner. We ordered chicken tenders and a pepperoni pizza. But sadly, the pepperoni pizza only had 1 pepperoni on it. We ate at an outdoor table with views of nothing but the Pacific Ocean. Because we only had 1 pepperoni on a pepperoni pizza, our taste buds weren't satisfied. And since this is an all-inclusive cruise, we went back to Cabanas for the lunch buffet spread. Now we cleared out the crab legs and seafood section. There is an upcoming event in the late afternoon that we were excited for. Before we left the pool area to get ready for this event, we went down the water slides. One was a slower flow, making us have to slide ourselves. But the other started as a near 90-degree angle drop. And while Maui loved the thrill of it, I, on the other hand, wasn't so thrilled. Our first event of the evening, the one we've been waiting for, was trick-or-treating. Upon booking the cruise, we knew what the theme of the Halloween event would be, so we planned accordingly with our outfits. Alright, so today was Day at the Sea, and we basically just relaxed at the pool, ate way too much, walked around, took some naps, and now we're heading out to our evening event, which will be trick or treat. So we're gonna get some candy, and we're going to Mickey's Masquerade party. There's gonna be a pirate themed party going on too, and we're gonna see some fireworks. So
It's time for trick or treating!
woo! Passengers are welcome to wear any costumes they wish, and we saw some amazing group costumes. Our favorite was the family of Avengers who assembled their crew marvelously. There were more photo ops with characters in their Halloween costumes before the event started. Trick or Treat was held at the Cabanas restaurant. We got there early to line up and snacked on some ice cream while waiting. The trick or treating was short since it just wrapped around the buffet.
Trick or treat! Thank you! Appreciate it!
We planned on trick-or-treating when it first started so that we could catch other activities of the night. The next one was the Pirates Life for Me game show at the D Lounge. It was a pirates competition mixed in with comedy, props, and audience participation. As we made our way to the next activity, we warmed up our vocal cords. At Fathom's nightclub, there was karaoke. We sang along from our seats since we didn't have the guts to go up on stage after a woman had sung A Whole New World like she wanted a singing show. Continuing on the next festivity, we went back to the top deck. Mickey's Masquerade Party, where all the characters came together in the Halloween costumes to bust out some freestyle moves and choreography to start the dance party. Seeing everyone in their costume enhanced the spirit of Halloween. We were already hyped up entering dinner, and to add more hype to our night, dinner was at the Animator's Palate. We coined this our favorite restaurant of the three main ones. You first see that the restaurant's aesthetic is pure white and black drawings of past and present Disney characters along the wall, colossal sized paintbrushes as columns, and a painter's spatula as the butter knife. Our appetizers consisted of a black truffle pasta purse and a baked potato soup, with our mains as lemon thyme chicken breast, teriyaki dusted Angus beef tenderloin, and a jumbo shrimp salad. Dessert was a cheesecake and a chocolate cake. Not remembering that Disney would be so celebratory by singing Maui Happy Birthday and celebrating our anniversary, we didn't realize we would be eating 4 desserts on top of the many entrees we just had. And to provide more bang to an already brilliant evening, a color show illuminated around us at the Animator's Palette. The white and black walls filled with vivid colors to go along with the montage of all the great moments in Disney movies. To send us off to the next and final activity of the night, Sorcerer Mickey magically appeared to keep our moods ready for what's to come afterwards. And what came after was back on the top deck, a pirate show where Mickey saves the night by blasting biodegradable fireworks that turn into fish food.
I promised you a party, so here's a party in the sky! Look!
We were still too energized to go to bed, so we had to slow our heart rates down. We ended another busy night by watching the movie Elemental at the Buena Vista Theater. The third day was the arrival to Ensenada, Mexico. We woke up for a sunrise stroll on the top deck, watching the ship get closer to land. From a distance, we spotted the largest flag we've ever seen, and it became increasingly bigger as we docked at the port. Another beautiful morning to start the day. we opted to go to Lumiere's for breakfast. We ate some pastries as we waited for Mickey-shaped waffles, eggs, bacon, and potatoes.
Dive into the bacon first. Got that crunch.
A lot of the passengers chose to leave the ship in the morning to roam Ensenada, but we decided to spend some more time on the ship and waited until the afternoon to disembark. We had been to Ensenada on a different cruise before, so we wanted to make our money's worth on the ship. Maui got her morning coffee at the Cove Cafe. This place offers latte art of Disney images on your drink. This is an additional cost. Maui took her coffee around the ship, and while she went to a sketching activity to learn how to draw Goofy, I, on the other hand, went to the gym to squeeze in a workout with the many available cardio and strength equipment. Once we were done with our morning activities, we scheduled some time to grab a quick photo with Minnie Mouse dressed as one of the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. It was around 12:30 p.m. when we got off the ship to roam on land. Remember to bring your passport and key with you. Since you'll be entering an international territory, border control will be encountered, and the cruise cast members will need to keep track of who's going off the ship. There wasn't a set plan for what we'll be doing around Ensenada besides spending 1 hour around the port. However, the Disney cruise does offer day-of excursions that can be purchased online after paying in full or at the Port Adventures desk on the ship. Our goal was to make it back on the ship in time to catch the lunch buffet at Cabanas. So just for fun, we ran from the far end of the port back to the ship, adding some mileage in for the day. The short cardio made the lunch buffet more delicious. And again, Maui went in on the crab legs. We caught Disney trivia at the Soul Cat Lounge, where we realized there's so much more to Disney that we didn't know. After being humbled in trivia, we came across an informal parade of Disney princesses heading to host a children's tea party. This tea party is a separate activity with an added cost. As cool as it was to see these princesses, we were excited to attend our next character meet and greet. There was already a line forming when we arrived at the D Lounge. Encanto stars Maribel and no, I can't talk about him, were the characters we got to meet in the late afternoon. Since we had time to spare before dinner, we grabbed some snacks and hung out around the pool. I wasn't the only one who wanted a snack though. Live action Scuttle wanted some chicken shawarma. We were able to nap on the top deck for a bit, until the ship blew its horn to depart from the Ensenada port. We didn't want this cruise to end, just like how we didn't want the pre-dinner show Disney Dreams musical to end. The musical was another grand performance and production, tying in many Disney characters together on one exciting storyline. Our final dinner was at Rapunzel's royal table. We didn't hold back on ordering, so by the end of the meal, we were force-feeding ourselves. For our appetizer, we got the crispy Isle of Corona shrimp and the snuggly duckling platter, better known as a charcuterie board. The main entrees were the seared sea bass, lobster salad, and a chili spiced tofu ramen, which I have to admit was probably the worst thing about the cruise. As we were eating our Mickey Mouse shaped ice cream dessert, a lantern show performed by all the servers started. This show resembled the moment Rapunzel finally saw the floating lights in person. And speaking of Rapunzel, she came by to greet our table along with the future pianist, Hook Hand.
Oh, hello. You're back. Good to see you. Hi. This one likes me a lot. He keeps growing.
This dinner was lively. There was a conga line that we joined in on. We left after that to catch one more epic spectacle at the lobby. All the characters and princesses came out to bid us farewell on our last night on the cruise.
Go, Donald.
Oh my gosh! Why? Because we like you!
Our final morning started off with the moon setting and seeing the lights of the San Diego harbor appear in the distance. Before leaving the room, we were given envelopes to fill out to provide tips for our designated cast members. We gathered our belongings and left our stateroom by the 8 a.m. checkout time. We brought our luggage with us rather than leaving it outside of the room for it to be delivered to the port. Since Maui's latte art got messed up yesterday, she wanted redemption and ordered another coffee from the Cove Cafe. Success. No screw-ups this time. Breakfast was at Rapunzel's row table. We were so happy and grateful that we had gotten table mates that we can call friends. Of course, we had to take photos with them to remember that they helped make our first Disney cruise an unforgettable experience. One last stroll was taken before leaving the ship. We're not gonna lie, first thought was, wow, this cruise is expensive, which is why it took us a while to finally book. But after our first experience, we agreed that Disney cruises are something we would definitely want to do again. On our next Disney cruise, we'll be better prepared. So here's a recap of our tips that we'll take with us on our next cruise, and so can you. Number 1, if you can, book the cruise way in advance. Disney cruises usually open up 15 months prior. This will help save you some money and allow you to book the ideal room. Number 2, the luggage tags you receive in the mail should be kept safe until departure day, where you'll tag your bags and drop it off at the port. Number 3, create a reminder on your calendar on the first day of the check-in process, which is usually 30 days prior to departure. This will give you a better chance of booking your ideal times for your scheduled arrival and dinner. Number 4, try to fill out and provide as much info that is requested while checking in, to help with the smoother day of boarding process. Number 5, download the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app to help with your daily activities and communication. Number 6, if you're checking in your luggage, carry an extra backpack with a change of clothes and other essentials because you may not receive your luggage in a timely manner on the first day. Number 7, make time and take advantage of the character photo ops on the ship if this is your thing. Since it's much more intimate on the ship, it's incomparable to trying to get a photo with them at the crowded Disney parks. Lastly, try to be sustainable by bringing a reusable water bottle and mug. There's a beverage station to help keep you hydrated. Thanks for watching Maui and Trizzy. Don't forget to subscribe and get notified, and we'll see you on our next adventure. In the words of Mickey Mouse, it's not goodbye, it's see you real soon.